Hello friends, SentinalhMC here, and welcome back to our Techguns tutorial series. We're just about at the point in this series where we're going to need to get up a tech level, and so we're getting very close to the end here. So in this episode we're going to take a look at the last two guns that we can craft before we need the reaction chamber, PDW and the Grenade Launcher. The Grenade Launcher is pretty straightforward. PDW and its ammo a bit more in depth, and you're going to need this ammo for some other guns, at least one other gun. So it's good to take a look at it. All right, so to start out with, the PDW. It's very simple to craft, but we need to get the advanced magazines. The advanced magazines are crafted quite simply, using 6 obsidian steel ingots and 1 mechanical part obsidian steel to give you 4 of them. 4 empty magazines. But in order to use the gun, we're going to need to learn how to put ammo in there. In order to do that, you need advanced ammo, which, to match the magazine. Which means you'll need these 2 machines again. So you'll need the chem lab and you'll need the metal press. This is the advanced ballistic ammo. So the first thing you need is a chemical laboratory, and you need to take that laboratory and put gasoline in it, along with gunpowder and lapis lazuli. And then if I just flip this on, oh no, it's gonna power both of them. Well, that's not what I wanted. You'll get some TGX. This is what you need here out of the chem lab. So gunpowder, lapis, and gasoline equals TGX, which is a high explosive. Then you need to go into a metal press and combine TGX with obsidian steel plates. And that'll get you advanced bullets, 16 of them per recipe. Once you have your advanced bullets, you can fill up your advanced magazines. So if I craft 4 of these, we fill them up simply by placing 3 of them, splitting it into 3 and placing them in the bench with the magazines. And that will give us the advanced magazines. So we got 4 of them. And now let's craft ourselves a PDW. So you craft a PDW really simply. Carbon barrel, carbon receiver, carbon gun stock, advanced magazines. That's it. That's all you have to do to craft yourself a lovely little PDW like this. Nice teal. It's got a blue muzzle flash. We'll take a look at the stats and then we'll test it out. It's an advanced magazines. That's what it damage says ×2, 5, and 3. So we'll take a look and we'll see how that pans out. Range of 18 to 25, spread of 0.03, clip size of 20. A reload time of 2 seconds, and 25% armor pen. So the advanced mags, they have a higher percent armor penetration, and so it's pretty good. Not quite double, because the other things have 15, this has 25, so it's not double, but still, that's some good armor pen. Now the clip size says 20, but it says 40 down there at the bottom, which leads me to believe that this is firing 2 bullets at a time. So if we go to survival mode, so we'll actually use the ammo. Yeah, see, we used 2 bullets. This gun fires in a 2-round burst. But not really, because it fires so quickly that there's no delay between bursts, but it fires 2 bullets at a time. So you are going to use up your ammo pretty quick. So it does officially have a 20-round magazine. Here's the reload. Pretty quick, pretty decent. We'll test this out a couple of different ways. Let's just spawn ourselves some zombies. So we'll flip this on and turn it off, just to get ourselves a handful of zombies. Go back to daytime, and we'll see how our PDW handles zombies. There we go. Alright, let's go ahead. We'll come over here. And we'll go back into creative. We'll grab ourselves a... Well, let's just turn this on and go. Spawns. And we'll spawn ourselves a spider. And we'll see the damage that we get. So he's got 2.5 hearts left after 1 shot. No. That was interesting. Let's try this again. Huh, interesting. It looks a little hit or miss. If you fire it really close up, we're actually dealing sometimes less damage. Now, see, look at that. It's a bit inconsistent, it would appear. I think that's because it's firing 2 bullets. And sometimes maybe 1 bullet doesn't hit, or maybe 1 bullet hits during invincibility frames. But that's interesting. All in all, though, is that you're going to kill things in about 2 to 3 shots. But that's going to be 6 bullets. Because of how this gun works. Right? And you've only got 20 rounds in a clip. So the PDW is not the most powerful thing. Although the advanced mags will help you get through armor if you're fighting very heavily armored enemies. It might be worth it. PDW has a bigger brother, though, the pulse rifle, but we have to talk about the reaction chamber before we can make it, because it requires titanium plates. All in all, the PDW might not be the best use for TGX. It really depends. Maybe it stacks up better, you know. But, I don't know, I think I'd use an LMG over this, but who knows. It's not bad. It just seems like a very expensive ammo to have to use 6 bullets to kill a zombie. Anyway, onto the grenade launcher. So, the grenade launcher is an interesting weapon in its crafting recipe, mainly because you don't need to use the ammo in the crafting recipe. It's the first gun where you don't have to do that. You can simply use a steel plate. So you need the pump mechanism, the steel receiver, and the plastic gun stock, and a steel plate, and that'll give you the grenade launcher. Can you use the grenades? You can't even use the grenades, just the steel plate. Right? Now, in order to make the grenades themselves, you need a metal press. So what you gotta do is you gotta put an iron plate, not steel, iron, and a TNT into the metal press and crush it together, and that'll give you 16 40mm grenades. Alright? I've got 64 of them currently, for a total of, it says 10, but we got 64 40mm grenades, and we'll see how this works. So let's go into Game Mode 0, Survival, and we'll fire some off. It's actually pretty cool. The grenades do bounce, so you can bank them off of walls. And they'll go pretty far before exploding, if they don't hit anything. And they are, you know, on a bit of a timer there. I think it's kind of cool. Alright, now we're empty, so now we'll reload it. That's a pretty long reload. And you can see that we did use up 9 grenades. So, yeah. 6 grenades. So, yeah. Every reload will take up 6 of these 40mm grenades. So, yeah. You're going to need to craft a lot of these if you're going to use this regularly. Let's take a look at the stats. The stats are, of course, it loads 6 of its 40mm grenades, deals explosion damage, 30 damage per shot at a range of 35, spread of 0.015 with a clip size of 6, and a reload time of 5 seconds. So that's why that reload was really long. That was quite a long reload, because it's, you know, it's 5 seconds. You gotta reload every grenade manually. Is what it's doing. That's how it's working. Ah. Alright, grenade launcher. Let's check this out in action. Yeah, gotta be a little bit careful here. Let's go into game mode 1 so that we don't die. See, an interesting thing is happening when I hit these zombies. If I hit them head on, one zombie absorbs the entire damage. See? See, look, it only hurt him. But if we bank it off the floor... Oh, come on. Then it can deal damage to multiple enemies. I mean, it's a bit weird. Basically, I think the range on this is pretty... the explosive radius of these grenades is pretty low. The way they bounce is also a bit weird. Because sometimes it bounces really far. There. So, let's go spawn a spider. So it deals 30 damage. It's enough to one-shot the spider. Now, it was weird, because I've been firing these grenades all over the place, and it hasn't been damaging the ground. Interesting. Okay, so apparently it only deals block damage if it actually hits an enemy, which is very strange. How much health does this guy have? Half health. He's dead. This guy's got just about full health. So, as you can see, sometimes you get a one-shot kill. Against spiders, it looks like you get one. Sometimes on those zombies, though, they didn't die in one shot. Anyway, the grenade launcher is a bit finicky. You can fire them off very quickly. Let's go into a survival. So if you really need to blanket an area, you can fire off the entire thing very quickly. It's semi-automatic, so you have to left-click every single time. You can't hold the button down on this thing. But you can fire them out really fast. Just be really careful, because you will hurt yourself, because it's an explosion. Now, I don't know how to feel about the grenade launcher. It feels like if you have to if you're going to kill a bunch of enemies that are like down in a hole, yeah, the grenade launcher will work. If they're coming at you, it might not be the best gun to use, because if they get too close, you'll hurt yourself. Then again, if it's a one-hit kill every time, you know, you could kill quite a few enemies. But it seems like it would be an AoE weapon, but most of the time it looks like its damage gets absorbed by only a single enemy. So I kind of am doubting that the range, the AoE on the grenade itself is very large. It seems like it's a very small explosive radius. But anyway, it sounds awesome, and the grenades sound cool when they explode. So that's basically it for the grenade launcher. 30 damage a shot. You can fire off 6 shots, but it's got a really long reload, and the ammo is slightly expensive. You're going to get 16 for an iron ingot. I mean, well, yeah, the equivalent of an iron ingot, because it's an iron plate and a TNT block. And you're going to go through that in, you know, 2 clips, because you're going to have not enough left over for the 3rd reload, because you need 18 to do it 3 times. So you can fire off 2 complete volleys per manufacturer of ammo. So who knows? You know, if that sounds up your alley, it's not a bad gun. It's just, I think, maybe a little too unreliable. Another cool thing, though, is that it does have an animated model. If you notice, when you fire, it does actually rotate, which is pretty sick. Not all the guns have animated models. It's pretty cool. If I was going to use an explosive weapon, though, I'd probably go with the rocket launcher. I mean, the Grim Reaper, really. I'd probably go with that. But who knows? Maybe the grenade launcher could come in handy. Anyway, thanks so much for watching this episode. Next episode, we'll talk about the reaction chamber. We'll show you how to make it and then use it so that we can craft components from the higher tier weapons. And then I'll also show you the big brother of the PDW, the pulse rifle. And then we'll get into the last bits of armor as well. There is one other armor that we can craft without needing the reaction chip. Well, no, we do need it because I think it had titanium in it. So yeah, we'll get to all that, and so that's what's going to happen next episode. So thanks so much for watching. Join our Discord if you're interested. Don't forget to like and comment the video if you enjoyed it. I'm Sentinel H, and I'm signing out.